yesterday's qualifying. Here's the grid. Once again, Josh Rowledge and Luca Bosco from Mattia Ingolfo and Dilano Van Toft. Maximus Meyer and Sam Balota from Mari Boyer and Enzo Juliet. Alicia Barrett and Helen Nardini. Gilles Stadsbader and Josh Rattican. Liam McNeely and Ollie Pilker. Josef Spinkovic and Linus Janssen. Carlo Tamburini and Brando Pozzi. Roberto Platti and Fahad Al-Khaled. Eran Reshepi and Jot Kuna. So the 22 drivers on the starting grid for 8 laps of this 1,256 metre Castelletto circuit are definitely going to find it tough. It's incredibly hot and getting hotter all the time. Some of these drivers, such as this man, Luca Bosco, are very much used to it around here. Some of the others who are regular in the series, perhaps not so much. But keep an eye on Bosco and Ingolfo in particularly, because Luca Bosco and Mattia Ingolfo from second and third on the grid are definitely going to be strong around here. They know every inch of this place, and a lot of people have been telling me that if there's anybody who's going to win this weekend, it's going to be Luca Bosco. But that man, Mattia Ingolfo, the 90, is very strong as well and very quick around here, so it's not done and dusted yet. But the Manetti Motorsport driver, the number 87 in second on the grid, the green and white machine, is definitely going to be a contender for the win in his one and only appearance in the 2018 IAME X30 Euro Series in the Junior X30 category. But the man on pole position, Josh Rowledge, has said, I've got nothing to lose now after his one-lap penalty at Wackersdorf that effectively took him out of contention for winning the series points. He has basically said, you know what, this is my time to win. I don't have anything to lose. The others have pressure. I don't. So I'm just going to go out there and win every race I start. It's as simple as that. So Josh Rowledge is looking very confident coming into this one. It's as far as he's concerned, it's already lost. So he's going to go straight into the action with plenty of confidence. So the drivers are getting themselves ready as they come into the final chicane. Rowledge and Bosco, Ingolfo and Van Hoff, Meyer and Balota, Boyer and Juliet, Barrett and Nardini from Stadsbader, Radican, McNeely, Pilker, Spinkovic and Janssen. They come off the final turn. It looks like a clean start. It is, and away they go. Cracking getaway from Bosco, but it's going to be in a second place from Ingolfo. Ingolfo is straight through in a second past Bosco, and as the field gets through the first corner, everybody's through safely. Round the outside, the drivers are going to get through the first chicane relatively straightforward. Oh, up and over. Herald and Nardini go sideways. A little bit of jostling in position there from the 80. Oh, no, sorry, that's the 85 of Linus Janssen, who went bunny hopping there on the chicane barriers. Chicane curbs, I should say. Bosco back up the inside for third position. So Bosco protecting his third place there. It is still Josh Rowledge leading from Ingolfo. Dilano Van Toft goes up the inside of Bosco. So Dilano Van Toft is into third. That's a good move there from the Dutchman. Marty Boyer is in fifth position there, just behind Bosco. So battle is already very well joined as they go into the ESs at the end of the lap for the first time. Josh Rowledge hanging on from Mattia Ingolfo. It looks like he went into the left-hander a little bit deep, and this could give Ingolfo a good run through turn one. So keep an eye on the 90 of Ingolfo as he closes in on Rowledge. But Josh Rowledge hanging on in there. I'm fairly sure that Josh Rowledge may well be the youngest man in the field. I'm trying to work out if there's anybody in this grid that is younger than Rowledge. If so, it's only by a couple of months or maybe even a couple of weeks. But Rowledge out in front, doing a fantastic job in front of Ingolfo and Dilano Van Toft. The Dutchman is going to make a late lunge on the inside of Ingolfo. That's beautiful from Dilano Van Toft. He timed that one to perfection right at the last moment. And now Bosco's getting up the inside of his countryman Ingolfo, up in the third place for Bosco. Great work. Boyer's been overtaken as well, I do believe. So I think that is Bosco through into second position, but Sam Balota has got past Marty Boyer. Oh, that's Alicia Barrett trying to move up the order as well. Alicia Barrett right on the back of Max Meyer. So they come through. It is Rowledge from Van Toft, Bosco, Ingolfo, Balota, Boyer, Meyer, Barrett, Stadsbader and Radican. Enzo Juliet down to 11th. But there's still some good moves through the field as once again Alicia Barrett shakes off Gilles Stadsbader in the midfield. Enzo Juliet's really struggling at the moment. Not quite sure where his pace has gone. But Josh Radican's there in 10th position still on the back of the Belgian. Heading big moves, that's Boyer. Boyer's up the inside and I think Max Meyer's going to go with him. Yes, indeed. Boyer's through, Meyer's through. Very good move, and now Alicia Barrett's trying to make the same move. Drivers are battling away for position in the field. It's going to be a really close move as Barrett goes up the inside of Stadsbader to get the place back, and Ratican goes through as well. Oh, Stadsbader's going to get on the curb. Loses the place to Sam Balota and maybe Enzo Juliet as well off the turn. But Rowledge is your leader. Van Toft in second from Bosco, Ingolfo, Boyer, Meyer, Barrett, Ratican, Balota and Stadsbader in front of Enzo Juliet. Julier's now going to make the move on Stadsbader, but the Belgian moves to cover. Nice work. Really good racing. In there in 12th position. Behind them is the 84 of Helena Nerodini. Then it's McNeely, Pilka, Spinkovic, Janssen, Brzepi, Kuhn, Platti, Alcaled, Pozzi and Tamburini. That is Mari Boyer, the Spaniard, who is running in 5th position at the moment as he tries to make grounds on Mattia Ingolfo, who is on the back of his countryman Luca Bosco. Meanwhile, as Mari Boyer runs in 5th, Max Meyer is in 6th right behind him, the Fusion driver. So Maximus Meyer is trying to make his move up the field. There he is, the 19, on the back of Mari Boyer. The two Spaniards, 5th and 6th position. They know each other well. They have fought several times in their national championships. And now Alicia Barrett's got a very tough battle, keeping Josh Ratikin at bay behind them. But that's Luca Bosco, the 87. And that's the battle for the lead. Josh Rowledge versus Delano Van Toff. We've said that a few times this year. Rowledge hanging on in front of Van Toff, but Van Toff is battling for the title points. Rowledge is not. So Delano Van Toff is going to want to make the move as easily as he can to make his impression on this race and on this title campaign. So still great racing, as in the top 10, it is still Rowledge from Van Toff, Bosco, Ingolfo, Boyer, Meyer, Barrett, Radican, Belota and Stadsbader. Into the S's, into the chicane, and then through the hairpin. Bosco just checks over his right shoulder. Mattia Ingolfo is still there, through the left and through the right to complete the lap. But Josh Rowledge is in front of Delano Van Toff, but now Ingolfo is working with Bosco to get that gap down. The top 4 are on their own. Boyer and Meyer are working together to try and close down the gap. No moves yet from Max Meyer. He's smart. He's playing the long game here. He's going to help Boyer move forward. Alicia Barrett hanging on now in front of the 2nd place man in the title points. Sam Belota's got himself up to 8th place on that last lap. Josh Radican is right in there in 9th in front of Gilles Stadsbader. So the top 10 still very feisty. Rowledge still hanging on to the lead for the moment. Any changes for position? Oh, Alicia Barrett having to work so hard to keep Sam Belota at bay. There is the battle between the 5th place men, Boyer and Boyer and Meyer. Boyer and Meyer still battling away for 5th and 6th position. Down the straight, can Max Meyer help Mari Boyer move forward towards these top 4? Or with 2 laps to go, is he going to think, well, actually, I want 5th position for myself now. We're running out of time, and I don't think we're going to catch them. They've got to hope that the top 4 are going to start battling as Bosco tries to make a move on Delano Van Toff, and it doesn't work. So that has given Josh Rowledge a little bit of breathing space, and now Mattia Ingolfo has come onto the back of Bosco. So Ingolfo may get a crack at 3rd position here. They go into the right-hander. Josh Rowledge has been given a bit of breathing space as a result of that move. So they're going to continue to battle up the inside. Well, Alicia Barrett's lost the place to Belota now, so Belota is there in 7th. And up the inside goes Meyer. Meyer makes the move on Mari Boyer. He clearly feels, well, we're not going to catch them, so 5th position will do. So Boyer is now going to work with Meyer. But I think the 2nd place battle could be their best bet. If those 3 continue to scrap, then we could have a race on our hands. But for Rowledge, it is the last lap. He looks behind him. He knows that he's got a little bit of space between himself and Delano Van Toff, so he can control the pace of this race from the front. Into the first corner, there's a great tussle for 7th place as they continue to battle away. And it looks to me as though Barrett's gone to the back of that queue, battling away with the likes of Herodin Nerodini and also Juliet. So it's a tough final lap for Barrett. But Josh Rowledge is leading the way with the fastest lap of a 50.6. But Belota is now the fastest in the first sector. Bosco has a late look at Delano Van Toff to move to cover Ingolfo, but he's not close enough. He knows that Ingolfo's right there, but it looks to me as though Bosco's going to have to settle for 3rd position. He's not quite close enough to Delano Van Toff. The Dutchman may have got an opportunity on Rowledge had it not been for Bosco trying to come through, but Rowledge checks over his shoulder. He knows he's on his own with a little bit of breathing space. Josh Rowledge is going to get the weekend to a perfect start, and he wins the first heat of the weekend. Fantastic work from Rowledge. That will be mission accomplished for the moment. Looks across to his team. Obviously, he's very happy with that one. But you just keep the nerves in check. You keep the emotions brewed up. You don't go crazy in the first race because you know that this isn't for points. It's to set up the rest of the weekend. Pre-final win is good. Final win is better. But Josh Rowledge will be very happy with that. And he gets a thumbs up from Luca Bosco. He's a very sporting driver, is Luca. Very delightful young man. Luca met him for the first time yesterday, and he is definitely a very good talent for the future. Josh Rowledge takes the win from Delano Van Toff and Luca Bosco from Mattia Angolfo and Maximus Meyer. Marty Boyer in 6th place from Sam Balota. Josh Radican is 8th from Gilles Stadsbader and Enzo Juliet. Helena Nenadini comes home 11th in front of Alicia Barrett. 13th is Ollie Pilker in front of Linus Janssen from Jerzy Spinkovic, Aaron Reshepi, Jord Kuhn, Brando Pozzi and Roberto Platti. With retirements, I'm afraid to say, from Vahad Al-Khaled, Liam McNeely and Carlo Tamburini. And I think they